Hello everybody. So we are going to be starting doing early prepping for 7.1. We have no idea when that's going to be. Most likely probably going to be around November. So we're going to start by prepping my materia. Since we know that we're getting the new crafting and gathering set, we need as much materia as we possibly can to get ready for that new set coming out. It's going to be the left side only with the tools, no accessories until 7.3. So, what we're going to be doing is gathering some materials in order for me to do orange and purple scripts so I can get grade 11 and 12 crafting materia. As for gathering materia, that's going to be a little bit different since it's going to take me some time to get everything prepared with scripts and all, but I'm pretty sure I can get some spirit bonding in since we are going to need the legendary materials currently for the new set anyway, so I can kill two birds with the one stone. So right now I'm just trying to get some dark rye so I can make some tacos. So you want to focus on the craftsmanship and control, since most of the gear will not need CP. Alright, I think I have enough dark rye for what I want. So let's head over to solution 9 and let's start crafting these tacos. Eventually I'm going to have to start getting my fire crystals because I'm going to be running low on that. So I'm going to start doing that now. I was doing a leaf quest the other day, trying to see how much gil I was going to make from Dawntrail, and unfortunately it was not that much. So I kind of blasted through a lot of my fire. Hey Moderate, how you doing? Have one battle, one miner, one botanist, and then the last one is going to be up to you. I went with Fisher because some fish were pretty good gil making at the time of Dawntrail. But if you're trying to get like that specific minion that comes from Fisher, I probably would go with another battle job if you don't want it. But if you have two retainers, then have one, I would say miner and then one battle job is what I would go with. Alright, so we're going to make some tacos. Actually, I have to make the dark rye first. So let's make the flour. You're welcome. Been trying to get the minions from the Fisher, but unfortunately I have no luck. Hey Zeno, how you doing? You're quite welcome. Making some dark rye flour. Make some tacos. This way I can get some materia. Hit the wrong button. You're gonna be needing, well actually I can check from last time. So book number, I think it was 9. Had the peg maker. So you're going to be needing the Aether Sands, the current ones. You're gonna need the level 100 or level 98 materials. We're gonna be getting another solution type item from scripts. So you don't have to worry about that just yet until the thing drops. And then you're going to start crafting some of the end game materials. And then we also get a new material as well. So those are the items that you guys can currently grab while they're up. So you're going to need a lot of tombstone materials. So you guys got like about another 2 months or so before point 1 comes out, so we got plenty of time. Now I think they were 1 sand per. Let's double check. Pack maker just needed 1, so I'm expecting 1 sand. I'm gonna be doing my next guild video very soon. Everyone's been screaming at me to do the bicolor gemstone vouchers. So I'm like, okay, I'll give it a shot. So I've been doing that for the past 2 weeks. And then I had a smart idea of buying all the vouchers and then flipping the amount. Because the amount was going for like 86 million on my server. But then the idiot that I am forgot to go see how many you needed, and I realized that you needed 500 vouchers just for the mount. So I spent 12 million getting 100 vouchers. By the time I realized that it's going to cost you more to get the vouchers than to sell the mount. So I had to resell everything to get my money back for it. I was like, well, that was a smart endeavor, but poorly planned out. But I can flip it by saying, you know, I sold all these vouchers for the video, so I kind of have the evidence that they do sell pretty well. So I guess I kind of turned a negative into a positive. Did you get the house? It is purple scripts, I believe, because grip gel was purple back in Endwalker. Then we had the white one still. So the solution was white, then the grip gel later on was purple. So the solution, if it's called solution in here, will be purple, and then by the 0.3 patch, it'll be orange scripts for the item. That's unfortunate. Hopefully they add more houses. Yeah, this is abnormal. Hey John, how you doing? You're welcome. It's extremely unnormal for this kind of market to crash this hard, but everyone's been preparing for months, so I'm not surprised. It's like I have never seen the economy bomb so hard in my life. Well, the thing is, a lot of people, when a new expansion comes out, they always prepare for it, or over-prepare for it. So as the expansion comes out, a lot of people take breaks, and by the time they come back, they aren't fully prepared like they were when the expansion drops. So I'm expecting the economy to hopefully go back up as time goes on. There we go. Yeah, everything will eventually turn out fine. Yep, we get the whole new left side and tools. And that's 115 dark fry flour. So now we can make some tacos. And this one right here. Yeah, this was unsurprisingly easy. So you can usually just get away with probably like just using a little bit of the aesthetic tombstones. It's pretty much that and the extreme weapon and accessories. Let's see, everything else is still around the 15 mark. And we got a grade 12. And control too, nice. That's what I needed. So the materia you should focus on is control, then craftsmanship, and then CP is the last. Hey Daniel. Because if you notice on my gear, the head has no CP, the body has no CP, the hands has no CP, the legs and the feet, only thing has CP in it, because everything else is like 1 or 2. The main hand tool and offhand tool CP, and the accessories stay the same. So the CP is the last thing you have to worry about. Well, with Endwalker, they were going off with the Alcahests, but because they're now doing gem saps, they will most likely have another. So I can't see it. So I think we're at gem sap number 2. So most likely they will probably just use whatever reagent that we have now to use grade 3. So I don't think they're gonna reuse the old ones. I made that mistake thinking that they would. But I forgot to take into account that we have new ones. So they'll automatically use probably another type. But again, I could be wrong. They could have did what they supposed to do last time. But yeah, somebody yelled at me because I mentioned making grade 1s. I'm like, well, it can't be right 100% of the time. So for purple scripts, we're going to be doing the pineapple ponds cake, because when I was doing the lead quests, the spaghetti al olio leaf quest gave me pineapple on top of those little berries that the birds drop in Yaktel. So I have a crap ton of pineapples I can use. So as you can see here, I've been crafting the cheese and the whipped cream because I had a bunch of gemstones hanging around. So right now I would say Fisher, but if you want to go with the route of Botanist and Miner, which is 100% guaranteed, but you're gonna have to teleport around all the time to get them. But most people would say the condors in Shaloni, and then when the copper sharks spawn, go for them. And then of course make sure you do your custom deliveries if you want to get the gathering materia. Or go right back to spirit bonding with the legendary node since you're going to need the materials anyway. Might as well kill 2 birds with 1 stone. And just use the Fisher app to track when the shark is going to be up. Or if you're really lucky, you can try the chain shark. If you can get that thing, it's 1,000, I think 1,000 orange scripts. That's alright, Tanko. I'm doing pretty well. Yesterday was, I wouldn't say rough, I was just very tired. Because I was doing too much. Of course, it was like 80 degrees yesterday. I had to do I did a crap ton of laundry. I shredded the last bit of papers that I had to do. I went for my walk around 7 o'clock at night, even though it was like pretty dark. It was still too freaking hot. And by the time I got home, I was just like ready to pass out. But thankfully it's going to be in the 70s all week, so. Probably never. That would be nice though. Just take everything from your retainers. Even if you have to be like crafty next to it, it's still, you know, a pretty good idea. So out of curiosity, I was doing the 100 leaf quest in Dawntrail the other day, or maybe it was 2 days ago. Anyway, I was doing the spaghetti al olio recipe because I had materials for it. I only got 1,024,000 out of that thing, of all 100, which was pretty sad, to be quite honest. 100 leaf quests, you're only getting 1,000,000 gil out of it. Right now I'm prepping materia because that's the one thing that we need the most. So I'm doing grade 12 crafting materia. Well, technically going for control first, then craftsmanship, and then CP, because CP you not need anything in except for the feet and legs. Everything else is like 1 or 2 CP, so that's why we're sticking with that last. And then the tools will be the last thing because they only need one material. And then the accessories will be sitting there until 7.3, so we don't need too many CP material. Left side and tools. And then in, what was it, 7.2, script users get the next set. So they can make the same thing. Or at least make the next set of battle gear anyway. Well, the only quick way of doing it is basically doing your scripts. And of course spirit bonding on the way there. And then doing your custom deliveries every day or every week. Yeah. Definitely, it's ridiculous. Even crystals went down. Not the ingots, or is that talking about the ore? Because the ingot, making the materials is not going to give you that much. That's why I like the more direct approach. Because you know you're guaranteed something in the end. Or if you really want to try your luck, take all the battle materia and transmute it. Yeah, they died on my server. I think it was wind crystals or clusters went down to like 2 gil. That was ridiculous. Well, I can probably say neither. The right now the current meta for making a lot of gil is the gemstone vouchers. Because they're going for, well, right now, if I remember, it's 128,000 just for one. And people hardly ever undercut them. But I know materia on this on my server went down to, I think, 18,000 a piece. I haven't checked recently, but it's around there. But it's times like these where I kind of go for the non-market board method of making gil because it's just more convenient. Of course, if you don't mind bashing your head against the wall doing Alexander for about 18 runs a day. or do that 3 times a day. But it'll probably take you around 28 minutes if you want to do the full Monty. Speaking of crystals, I gotta check my retainer. 17 more minutes to go. So hopefully by the next patch, when we get the upgraded heliometry gear, hopefully I can take down the Phantom Train under a minute. Because I really wanted to upgrade from Alexander to, I guess that was Poor and Excellent, or Poor and Baragots. So yeah, I'm trying to get out of the Alexander, trying to get into the Omega raid for Grand Company seal farming, because we're almost there. At least for my samurai, I'm almost under a minute. So if we can get that underneath a minute for the Phantom Train, it'll be a little bit better for Grand Company seal farming. So ultimately, what you would do is Eyes of the Creator. Depending on your job, you can probably kill it within a minute or under. My best was 58 seconds. That's because I probably like critted extra high. And then you do that at least 18 runs. If you want the full Monty, then you do it 28 times. And then you should be getting around 200 and something thousand gil every half hour. But if you do it 3 times a day, then you're doing, I forget how much it was. I think it was like 600,000 a day if you do it 3 times. If you do 28 times, like 28 times times 3. And of course, if you do that in, say, like a whole week's time, then you can get like over, I think, like 1 million or 2 million gil a week just from doing Alexander. And then you pass in the accessories to get duck bones and or whatever item that sells for 360 to a vendor, and then everything else you just vendor, because you're not going to get enough duck bones to outweigh what the gear would give you by itself. So, and you just do that over and over and over again until you're satisfied. And the thing is, with the raid, you will never, with the raid, the gear will never buy, I think the accessories will never be better off sold, because the Grand Company will always give you more gil, and the gear will always be better off sold than traded in. Now, dungeon gear is the opposite. I think you want to trade the dungeon gear in for duck bones, but I think the accessories, I think everything in the dungeons would have to be traded in, because I think the Grand Company seals would offset the amount of gil that you would get from the gear itself, because that is locked behind the 100 dungeon allowances that you don't know about, because it's an anti-bot thing. But with the raids, you have no limit. You can do as many as you want. Copper sharks in living memory has to be clouds or fog weather. You need to use the ambitious lore to get the proc that says a gentle giant has appeared, and then you need the strong bite for it to come out. the condors in Shaloni, which is the left of the bridge. I believe it is modest lore, and there is no time or weather for that one. And then you got the wasps on the other side of the bridge. And I don't think that has a timer either. And I believe that was modest lore you had to pop out. Yeah, Supreme, for me anyway, some people would probably say something different. So those are the fish that the fishing community recommends. And if you're really lucky, you can go for the chain shark, which gives you 1,000 orange scripts, but that thing is like almost impossible to really like guaranteed get, so. And then the spearfishing route, you have to catch a certain amount of, I think 16, to get the unspoiled node to spawn. Then you have 2 different types of fish. You have the crab, and then you got the wyver fish that's also in there. So that's for spearfishing, but it takes a while to get the thing to spawn. But they both got their pros and cons. But I like the copper shark. And you can use your versatile lure instead, if you want to do it that way. So that is going to be North Canal Town. So that's powerful. Then you got the Forgotten one, which you can easily surface slap, and the other one is through the snagging, and then these are precision. So it's a 50-50 with these two here. And for the spearfishing, it's going to be in Yaktel. No, not Yaktel. Yeah. Where is it? Yeah, here's the one right here. You got the crab, and then you got the wyver cod. And then you need to catch 16 glistening discus. Hey, Cat's actual. We get the new crafting and gathering gear for left side and tools coming in 7.1. So we're trying to get as much materia as possible, going in order from control, craftsmanship, and then CP. Since the only thing you need CP for is your tools, and then your leg and feet pieces. And usually it's just one each. We have no idea yet, but we're guessing around November. Because right now we're in 7.05, so when 7.08 drops, then we are going to be even closer to 7.1. Yep, so don't worry. You got about another 2-ish months to go. That is weird. Let me double check mine on my phone here. if you, I don't know if you have Twitter or X, but if you do, you can go into my profile and it has the link that works. We are prepping, right now I'm prepping materia for 7.1 crafter set. And I'd rather do it now than later, when materia is probably going to be skyrocketing. So we're starting out with orange scripts first. Yes, you'll be able to get those from the raid, and then the nuts, I believe. You get the left side, and then tools. Accessories don't come out until 7.3. Yep. There's no FFs, right? So in, what did I say? 7.2, the script users get an upgrade as well. I guess I gotta fix that then. Alright, let's check on my retainers, make sure they're not sitting idle. Okay, we got about 5 more minutes before they're back. Also, make sure that you start stocking up on your tombstone materials, because they're going to be reusing those. Let's see here. You want all of them but the glossy aether, because that's just for potions and you don't really need those. Yeah. That's why I'm doing all my materia farming now while I have the time, because I am not going to be doing what I did last time and buy them all. Well, of course, when I bought all my materia, I had about 17 million from my submarines. And quite frankly, I don't have much to do between now and then anyway. I've already beaten both extremes. Surprisingly, I did Velagamanda. Semi-blind. I was like doing the first part up to the ad phase. Then everything after that was just basically on instinct. So the extremes were done. I ended up catching up on my fishing. I got what was it? Go big or go home 14. So I got that done, and then the rest of the fish that I have to get are like the really hard ones, so I kind of stopped doing that. So basically, I'm right back to where I was before Dawntrail with nothing to do until the new content comes out. And the stuff that I have that I could do, it's like just too much work. I'm just like too lazy to do it. Such as going back to do the Endwalker relic weapons or tools for my crafters. I still have to do those again. Oh, nice. Thank you, Zena, for becoming a member on there. Appreciate it. I do. I'm kind of working on. Gunbreaker. I'm almost done with it, and I don't really want to do any more until like later patches where I'm really have nothing to do. Because in Endwalker, I got everything done too soon, and I usually wait to do those last. So, and I don't do Savage, no. Not until it becomes unsinkable. And I can't, and I'm not able to do, what's his face, Hesperos yet. Because I'm still stuck on, what was the Act 2 in his second phase where you basically had to do the mechanics. So it's like I can't do that just yet, so we gotta wait for a little bit more gear before we can just blow past that. So I can't go back and do that yet. Well, congratulations. I only died to the lightning because I forgot when it goes off, it leaves an AoE. So I was like, crap, I got hit twice by that and died twice. But other than that, I was doing pretty well. Alright, let's see how much we got. Yeah, I can see that fight was definitely healer intensive. Especially with the tank buster tower. So, fun fact, if you stand right here, then you can hit both. Alright, so we have, so far, 41 controls. So I want to get a stack of good 99. And then you can just talk to him and go back and forth. So useless fun fact from me. Wow, that is pretty bad connection. So funny enough, I ended up getting Everkeep in my trial roulette. Oh, thanks for reminding me, Chester. And I'm like, I haven't done normal in a while, so I was doing extreme all the time. So as I was healing it, I'm like, extreme basically helped me do the normal mode because the swords and everything was the hardest part for me during normal mode. So it's like, okay, I know how the swords work and how how they crossfire and everything. So I was prepared for normal mode because of the extreme. So right here, I made 15,906,088 from reselling the vouchers. Because like the idiot that I was, I bought all these trying to flip the mount until I realized you needed 500. And that would cost me more than what the mount cost. So I had to resell everything back. So instead of grinding out to get these for my guild video, I just basically resold everything. So I killed two birds with one stone. So sometime next week I'll get onto that video. So we're about halfway on this stuff here. So I probably should start using potions now. And I don't know what happened to my crown pies. I think they're in my retainer. Since I don't really need the food. Alright. Now we should get some spirit bonding a little bit faster. I have no idea. Maybe I stole them all. No, I'm kidding. Speaking of, $16 to $20. What was that? Is that 4 to 8? Oh, nice. Exemplar? Yeah. Must have. How many did I craft? 1,000 times. Okay. So that's going to be up at 4 o'clock if I want to get fire. Oh, I finally got my my oppressor mount finally. So I can finally stop PvPing. I have no idea either. Yeah, I've been slowly trying to work on those mounts. So I figured trying to get the PvP mount from the series, hopefully I can get the other ones. So I think I'm close to the Nadam one. I'm also close to getting the Steed. I think for the Maelstrom. So I'm slowly getting those done. But it's like, every time you do it, it's like you're always on the wrong team. The one that I don't like the most is, was it Secure? Or Seal Rock, whatever it was? That's the one I had the hardest time with. Sounds about right. And then if I ever do Crystalline Conflict, I'm always on the wrong side. And the worst part is, I'm not a PvPer, so they always attack me because whatever job that you're playing, they always assume that you're good at it. I was like, no. I am not good at almost any job in PvP except for White Mage. Other than that, it's like killing me is just like a mercy. But it's a quick way to get your tomestones. We got 9 more tacos to make. Don't even get me started on Dark Knight. The one thing I hate about the tanks, well, except the only ones I have a problem with are Dark Knights and Paladins because they have was their Vuln up for their tank LB. It is so annoying that tanks get the invuln. It's like, just so annoying. It's like all you have is those Dark Knights that just have their tank Vuln up and just basically sit there. Like mocking you because they can't die. Or they'll permalock you with status effects and then they gang up on you. Neither. We're predicting November, Daniel. Because 7.08 hasn't come out yet. Well, the reason why I would say collectibles is because you get 2 things. You level up, and you also get your Master Recipe books. That's why I say do collectibles. But if you're going to cap on your leave quests, then I would recommend doing them on the hard jobs such as Leatherworker, Weaver, Alchemist. Those are the ones I personally think are the hardest ones. But only do that if you're about to cap on your leave quests. Because by the time I was doing collectibles, by the time I was like got down to Weaver or Leatherworker, I just went straight into leave quests. Because I was capped at the time. But also don't forget to do your your custom deliveries, if you want to call it that, for the Waku Meki Meki. Well, I love that name, by the way. It's basically like the Studium or the Crystalline mean. Pick a job you want to do them on, and reap the rewards. And you get purple scripts too. Last 4 to go. Speaking of, how's my spirit bond doing? It's around 60%, 40, all over the place. Three more to go. It's like, I wonder what they're doing with all these tacos. Speaking of scripts, I gotta do my custom deliveries. Completely forgot. I think I still have them. Yeah, I still have them, okay. So I finished my last achievement for Margaret, so we're done with her. So Emiliance. Kaishir have a bonus. And that's it. So we have 3 to choose from. Yes, very much so. It's no worse than me putting Kaishir in a freaking bikini, so I can't argue with that. Funny enough, what I put her in, it actually works pretty well. Just gonna manually hit groundwork, since that was my last one. Alright, I think we made enough tacos to make Graha blush. As of right now, I'm doing tacos. So now we got 55 grade 12 control. Okay, so let's head over to Fort Charlene and let's go do a millions. Nice. So Emiliance needs what for her deliveries here? School supplies. What's the other thing people always say to do for orange scripts? Let's take a look here. Alchemist has a crappy one. Weaver has a crappy one. Keep backing out too far. I think it was blacksmith, people kept saying. And that's the round knife. Carpenter. It's like almost everything is pretty crappy. Let's see, armor has the rings. Yeah, seems like culinarian is only the best one, really. Alright, so we need school supplies, so 6. Purple Scripts is basically going back to Endwalker and doing the, what's-your-face, the Barvarois, and for Alchemist was the draft. Those are the best ones to go back to do. Let me do this on armor. But in Dawntrail, I go with a pineapple cake for the purple scripts. No, because you have to do your the job quests for crafters in order to get manipulation, so. But that's always good because you can just go right back and just do what I'm doing right now. Train dying, groundwork. And you can breeze right through them. Alright, my dear, time to get some school supplies. I think I'm gonna have to spend my... Yeah, I have to spend my, what you call it? So I go all the way to the studio and then come all the way back. Alright, so we're gonna go with control first. Alright, now let's go back and pass these in. So I gave her the fiberglass top, and that was it. What she had underneath, I was like, wow, that what she had for the bottom and for the feet actually go well with the top. So I really didn't have to change much on her. I think that's all I gave her. Yep, all I gave her was the top. Oh, I forgot she does that too. Not very motherly like. The customer is never always right. Alright, she is done. Let's go to Yulmore and do cashier next. I believe he was the Beehive. Yep, Beehive Souvenirs. Did you know that it took me being AFK to realize that they removed the AFK kick on Tuesday? I'm saying to myself when I came back, I'm like, geez, I'm not kicked out of the game yet. And I know it's been over 30 minutes, and I was like, I wonder if they got rid of it, and I went up on the lodestone, I was like, yep, they took away the AFK kick. Well, that's a sneaky little way. Alright, cashier is all set and done. November is what we're predicting. Because between July 2nd when the game released, November would be around 16 to 20 weeks, or 19 weeks since the patch came out, or the expansion. Well, because if they're gonna be if that's gonna be tied with the relic weapon, most likely 0.2, 7.2 for the new Bermuda Triangle. Basically, that's what it is. So my guess is 7.2. Containers on the side. So by 7.3, we'll probably be getting the crafter relics started. Grade 7. Don't really need that. So let's see, July, August, September, October, November. So about 4 months from November, and when that 7.1 comes out in November, December, January, February, March will probably be 7.2, give or take. All right, so we need to go spend my purple scripts. I already missed the volcanic grass. Alright, let's get 13 more. So now we're up to 55, 65, 71, grade 11. Alright, so did someone buy the other guys? 29th, 305, somebody bought the one. Then 154, somebody bought 4. I think right about here is when I started selling mine. Anyway. Probably should split those up, but For 600,000, that's pretty expensive. So what was I gonna do? I need to find I need to find someone with the weather vane. Let's go back to Tuliolol for that. Gotta see if living memory has clouds or fog. Where is the weather vane person here? Right in front of me. What it would be under? There it is. Yes, it's cloud sowed shark is up. So let's see, I do not have... I have the lure, which is just the same, but I want to make sure that I have the versatile lure. I need to go get more. Alright, let's head over to Limsa. And let's go get more. And there's going to be double clouds. So we'll just grab 5, just in case I lose some. And I'll show you guys how to get the copper sharks. I think that's the wind. I think this will be a little bit quicker. I think I have to go north. Double check. North. Lost World. The north is over here. I wouldn't call it mental rot because I don't really have that song stuck in my head. Even if I do, even if I hear it, I will still wouldn't get stuck in my head. All right, so we need to do is try to catch the Forgotten. Get that out of the way. Make sure that is on. Nope. Well, this is not getting very lucky so far. I'm on PS5. Oh, there's one. This better be the Forgotten. Oh, has to be because I didn't get the prompt. Alright. Nope, nothing yet. Oh, there it is. And now we wait. Sometime today. There it is. Nice fat one. Alpha sometime in November, we're guessing. God, I hope this is not the shark because I forgot the prize catch. Yeah, looks like I got the shark. You'd be surprised, but sometimes I always go too fast and I don't hit the trigger. That's a weak one. And I often either don't hit the trigger and I select myself by accident, and it's just like, because I just go too fast. Oh, there it is again. Thanks, Drip. Actually, I don't think this is the shark, so I should be good. Awesome. We're going to be getting a new live letter very shortly, from what I've heard. So hopefully they'll give us some information. Alright. Fingers crossed. Oh, actually we can do this. Because when you get the prompt, you can still do the hook sets, unfortunately. Because when I was watching Fruity Snacks' video talking about it, if you get the prompt, like on the first one, you can still use Ambitious Lure. Because when you get that prompt, then the fish is added to the pool. So you can continue going and hopefully to get a guaranteed. So that's something I learned. There it is. Island Sanctuary. I got all my cordials from that. I have no idea, Zeno, but somehow I always find a way to screw up. Yeah, for fisher, it's mostly you want to focus on your gathering, because some fish will have a gathering cap that you have to meet, well, later on. So it's like, for now, I usually would just go with your best bet when it comes to fisher. Alright, so we can service slap the Forgotten. Oh, I forgot to do prize catch. Nope, try again. They're never going to do it because the spear has no purpose outside of catching spearfish. So that's why they're never going to give us a new one. Damn it. Yeah, that's the price we pay. Nice, there it is. Cool. If I can get one, I can get one. Oh, forgotten. Best case scenario. Nope. Try again. Okay. Fingers crossed. Oh, you're welcome, 3 Sam. Or the Sam. I don't know why I put an R there. Okay, we got the shark. Ooh, I have a feeling. And it's the one we need to get rid of. Nice. So I kind of realized that you don't really need to do the level 100 tools because the script ones can be used instead. It's the ones that we get next are the ones that you really want to focus on pentamelding. And I think I forgot price catch. So fingers crossed I got a large. No. Oh well. I'll just try again. Okay, that works too. Well, guess that was a dud anyway. No problems, you know. Have a good day. I did not surface slap, so I didn't catch the other one. Alright, see if we can catch the other one this time. The only downside of this is that you're trying to get rid of the other one, but if you get the prompt, then you have a small chance of getting the other one you don't want. Come on, give me a bite here. Nope. Power cordial. Try again. There it is. One more for good measure. And fingers crossed. Nope. Nope. Now, if I had to give my opinion, is this faster than doing spearfishing? I want to say 100% yes. Because in the time it takes you to get 16 of those stupid discus to spawn the other spearfish, you can get a crap ton of sharks. If the window's up, obviously. Hey Dabble, how you doing? I like how you have dabs right next to it. I appreciate that very much. Okay, so I have to catch the other one again. I wish you luck on that because I know how that feels. I had someone help me when I got my guild cap the first time. So I was like half a billion when I bought everything. So now I'm trying to get back up there again so I can buy all the new stuff that came out. Well, I know how that feels. I've done that before in the past. But that's a lot of materia to go through. Come on, how are you gonna give me? You're gonna give me the fish and you still don't give it to me. Nope. There we go. Oh, I forgot to freaking get prize catch again. Good. Fish heard me. Now let's do this. There we go. Fingers crossed. Oh, for crying out loud. That's like 3 sharks I could have gotten. There it is. How many do we have so far? I still got tacos to pass in. Let's see, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's not bad. Oh, now I get a feeling. Now if I swear if it's the copper shark. Good. Oh, it's high quality. High quality. It's a large one too. Oh, I forgot. Prize catch. The sad thing about it is I'm gonna get like maybe, what, 3 or 4 materia, not 3 or 4 materia. I probably won't get that much materia from what I'm getting so far. Maybe like 1 or 2, who knows. Alright, it seems to be the shark. I will say the good thing, we don't have to worry about melding our gatherers until patch 7.2. Because that's when the new tombstones will come, the new tombstone materials will come out for gatherers, so. You don't have to worry about, hey, Ulrich, you don't have to worry about melding the next set for at least half a year. So we got plenty of time to stock up on gathering material. Yeah. Been there, done that. There we go. Let's pray for a shark. And price catch would have been good right about here. Oh well. I guess, oh good, I got a large one anyway. I guess that's their way of punishing me for forgetting. Nice. So that's not a copper shark. I can guarantee I'm gonna get the forgotten one. No, Michelle, that's 7.1. 7.2 is battle gear. That's when the cycle starts all over again. 7.1, we get the left side and the tools. And I forgot the price catch anyway, so I had to reset. Oh, there it is. I don't think you can for those. Because you need the prompt, so you can't do it. Nice, I got my challenge log done. And I got the copper shark, of course. Because why wouldn't that? Why would it not be, right? You don't have price catch? I'll give it to you anyway. So fingers crossed I got a large one. Nope. Yeah, that quest, the Feast of Famine. Oh my God, that was a pain in the butt. I can tell you that. grade 9 gather material? Or you mean grade 11? Because that's grade 9. Grade 9? Alright, so if you have your on sanctuary taken care of, that's your best way of getting grade 9. Otherwise, you're going to basically just get your scripts from gathering, or you guys can do spearfishing. It's not as much as it is as in the past, but it is a good decent way of doing it. Or you can do the fleeting brand on the moon, or you can do ocean fishing every, I think it's even hour if you're on the East Coast. But you can always check the schedule in your time zone. But on Sanctuary is like one of the best ways of doing it. Not bad. Eventually, that's kind of like what I did. For whatever reason, I was just like in a hurry. So I just bought my left side for crafters. I was like, I don't care. I got the money to do so. I was on a time crunch, so I just went the easy route. Nope. Try again. I wanted to be the first person to do content before anybody else. That's why I kind of rushed. Paid my way to level 100. Well, at least for the last 3 jobs I had left. There we go. Fingers crossed. Nope. Sorry, William, I didn't catch your message. If you're gonna do lead quests, it doesn't really matter if you do Dawntrail and Endwalker, but I would definitely recommend Endwalker. So you can either do the draft, or you can do the crafter tea that we used before. But I would go with the draft over the tea if you're gonna do lead quests. Because when I did lead quests in Dawntrail, I barely got over 1 million. But when I was doing the Feast of Famine, I ended up getting... what's the one? I think it was on the Umbral Isle was the one I started with. Then I went... I don't know if Kuno the Killer was the next one I got after that, but I remember catching him in Mordona at the last second of his window. Which, if you did not know, if you cast out and then the fish's window expires, because when you fish out with your rod, the game already determines which one you're getting. So at the last second, the game decided that you're going to get, you know, the fish that you're looking for. So even after its time limit was up, I was still in the works of actually catching it. So even if the timer is, over, you can still catch it. Which I found quite interesting. Because the game's not going to rip it away from you if it already determines you got it, so I caught that one at the last second. And then it was the one, I think in Earth's Fount was the last one I had to get. But the one in Corthus, that was the hardest one. Because you needed, what was it, Blizzard? Or you needed snow going into Blizzard, or fog going into Blizzard, or whatever it was, to catch it, and that was the hardest one. But for some reason, it didn't take me that long to get it. And then the Nepto Dragon was probably the easiest one I had to get. And then, because I abandoned that sucker for like a whole, I think, 2 years before I went back and do it. Yep. It's the worst I've ever seen. I've been playing this game for now 11 years, since the anniversary was 2 days ago. Oh, there it is. Now, fingers crossed. Nope. No, there it is. See, to me, it's a waste to use your custom delivery scripts for grade 9, because like I said, you usually get them through Island Sanctuary. Nice. I don't remember what time the weather changes. I think it's 8 a.m. if I'm mistaken. So if the weather changes or if it stays clouds, we can continue, because I'm going to need a lot of scripts. Nice. So I'm either going to get the Forgotten, which of course I did. Yeah, me too. But no, people just don't care. And because the Savage tier is so easy, I'm not surprised. I have to wait for my GP to regenerate. I would definitely say yes if the window is open for the Copper Sharks. Definitely the best way to get your orange scripts. By far. I would say the grade 11 is probably more sellable, because after the first Forbidden slot, grade 12 are useless. Cloudy and fog. Any weather after that is null and void. And there goes my lure. It's the first time I actually lost it too. And they're up any time as long as the weather is right. The only downside, the botanist and miner, you have to travel everywhere. And you have to have Aetheryte tickets if you don't want to spend the gil. Plus the GP, plus the cordials. Oh, that's it. Weather changed. So, yeah, not bad. 5, 10, 15. So we got 17. Not bad for a double window. But in terms of what types sell better, Control, Craftership, and then CP. If people are already melded. But if people aren't melded, then it would probably go Control, CP, and then Craftsmanship. Alright, so 156 for 2682 and above. So this is where it goes below. So 1, 2, 3, 4 of them are below what I need, which is not bad. Well, a lot more than I thought. So Chain Shark, 1,000 freaking orange scripts, because I think their window is like what, 2 hours or an hour or whatever it is. So yeah, it's pretty ridiculous to get that. The Yellow Bass is the second highest, and that has a small window. I think it was 12 a.m. to 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. or something like that. But that was the hardest one to get. Or that was the last one I needed for my collection. Yeah, I got it once. I'm like, yeah, I'm not going for that again. I'd rather go for the sharks instead, more accessible. But if you can go for the Chain Shark, more power to you. It's 1,000 scripts right there. Yeah, Condors are good. Or a good option. So we got 2 gathering, 1 perception, 14 GP. So we're gonna start by getting perception. Hey, if you get 2, that's not bad. Alright, so I gotta pass in my tacos. Well, since we won't know what we need for the new gear until 7.2, but like I said, all you have to do is remeld the new gear the way you did the old gear, because that's going to carry over. And I've done that ever since Heaven's Ward and never failed. But as how many you need, I probably wouldn't be able to tell you. Probably like 200 to 300 of each, just to be on the safe side. Yeah, because like I said, the accessories are not going to be until 7.3, so you're all good on that. The feet and the legs are the only thing you have to put CP on, and then the rest of it is basically control and then craftsmanship. Team Craft can, but unfortunately last time they they made a lot of people waste a lot of material. That's why I do not trust any website except the old noggin. And I've always gone by that same route. I always get replace the old material, and that has never failed me. And then if I want to go less craftsmanship, then I would most likely just go with the script set, because it works just the same. But people do what they want, any way they want, and it's like, more power to you. Okay, so we got that taken care of. So I'm almost been streaming for about 2 hours, so I can go just a little bit longer. That's probably just as bad as how many I broke one time. I think it was 130 I think I broke at one time. Let's see. Do I want to go for the sands, or do I want to save that for another stream? Can't decide. Well, let's put them both up. This was for Sun Guilt, and that was for the other. So this was 12 a.m. and then the other one was 16 to 20. So that's 4 to 8. Okay, and these were 20, so that's 8 to 12. And the other one is 4 a.m. So I don't think any of these are up at the moment. Nope, neither of them are up. So I can't do that for sands. And I'm gonna have to stock up on fire crystals for my next batch of collectibles. So what we're gonna probably do the old-fashioned way, is I'm gonna go actually, you know, better question is, what do I need for materials? Am I low? Yeah, I'm low on dark rye flour, so I have to go get more of that. So let's do that instead. Do something useful. So another good tip that you guys can do is look at the previous expansion and see the difference between the current battle gear and the next crafter set in Endwalker. I believe the craftsmanship was a lower increase than the control was, I think. Or maybe it was, I think it was the 150 difference back in Endwalker, and then I think it was 400 and something difference for control. Let's look right here. If we go back to book number 9, I think. Yeah. So the classical was 3180 craftsmanship and 3080 control. If you look at the pack maker, it is 3240 for craftsmanship and 3130 for control. So that went up, let's see, 20, then up 20, then it went 40, so that went up like what, 60 points for craftsmanship, and the control was 3080, and then this was 3130. So that went up 20. That went up 150 on control. So the difference wasn't that much, if we're going by that. So when we get the 2-star crafter set or gatherer set, the increase won't be that high. Because remember, the script users have to be able to make that too. So the melds that we have currently should be able to make the next set. The next master book should be in 7.2. And that'll be it. Because that's when we get the new set of tombstone gear, or the new set, and then aesthetics will go discontinued, and then heliometry will become the new aesthetic, and then we get something to replace heliometry, and that's when the next master book comes out. Yep, 7.1 will be new crafter and gatherer gear, left side and tools. I was doing the pack maker because we're going to be doing that equivalent. And then if we go back to the next one, you do pack maker, which is 3240. So let me bust out my calculator real quick. So 3240 is the craftsmanship for the 2-star set. And then if we look at the 3-star battle gear, we have a 3700 craftsmanship, which was an increase of 460. Now, if you look at the control from the crafter set, which is 3130, and then we look at what is needed for this, which is 3280, then it was 150 control difference. So the increase was not that much. So I kind of expect that kind of a jump when you're going for the 7.2 gear. But they can do something. They probably can do something different, since we're a little bit stronger. But I can definitely say that I had a little bit too much craftsmanship, but it was just enough, I believe, to make it possible to do it within, what was it, like 3 groundworks? Or was it 4? I think it was 4 groundworks. I don't know if I still have my macro for it. 1, 2, 3, yeah, it was 4 groundworks at the beginning. And then it followed up with 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I was one away because I did basic and then I did or delicate. So yeah, wasn't that far away from completing it. We didn't have abilities like precise touch. We didn't have prep touch, which basically gave you 2 stacks of inner quiet. So if we switch over to my crafters here. So yeah, let's see, prep touch was around level 71. So that was in Shadowbringers. So anything before Shadowbringers, we didn't have groundwork or prep touch. We didn't have delicate synthesis. And we didn't have train finesse and all that. So basically these abilities made crafting broken beyond what it was. So yeah, Endwalker and Dawntrail basically felt the same. I agree with that. Yep. If the materials are easy to craft high quality, the gear follows suit. I think they're just too afraid to make it just a little bit harder. And expert recipes is not the solution. But people complained after Realm Reborn about having to meld their gear all over again, and that's why they introduced the script gear. And that's when crafting went downhill, because they had to make sure the recipes were script user friendly, and that means they had to lower the difficulty of it. That's why I always say the script gear should never have been an option until the very end, where people use it to catch up with. Oh, very nice. Congratulations. Just checking my alarms. I think one's coming up very soon. Why is this not on repeat? There we go. Alright, so that's 4 a.m. 8 p.m. Okay, so the volcanic grass is coming up very shortly. So, oh, speaking of, I was testing out Revisit in the Diadem, and so far it's been working pretty well. Except when it happens before and after the +5 node. Then it sucks. Because I've had it, like, I think it went like 3 or 4 times. Not in a row, but it's like maybe 2 or 3 in between. And then it happened to me once on the Dirt Leafs. I just wish that in 3 hours of doing the Diadem you would walk away with more than 20,000 points. That would definitely suck. That would definitely suck if that happened. Alright, we're gonna start heading over there now. Oh, of course they did. Because why not, right? Any theories on market garbage? Yeah, too many people. Too many people prepped for it at the beginning. So everything just went downhill. The other thing I would probably have to say is the RMT and the bots, number 2. And number 3, probably a lot of the people who are using plugins and stuff like that to basically make their lives easier. Maybe wait, speaking of plugins, there was a site that I saw somebody promoting on YouTube. I'm like, oh my god, this is like just exactly what we need, another freaking site that people abuse. And I even forgot what the hell it was about too. I don't know if it was for the market board, I think. Yeah, because Dark still, you know, people making submarines and stuff like that, so. So yeah, it was definitely a plugin for the market board or something like that. It's like the market board sucks enough as it is, and you people are ruining it by putting out more freaking plugins. Yep, endgame is just pointless at this point. Make it for yourself, make it for your raid team, but don't try to sell it. Unless it's food or pots like that. It's just a waste of time. Alright, so let's get this. Very nice. Nice Eureka moment. Well, in the case of the maps, it's good. Hey, Kefka, it's good for the maps to drop that low. Because that's a lot of money that people are throwing away that are going into your pocket, especially if you get a portal. And then of course you get extremely lucky if you get to the final floor. Ooh, high standard, or yeah, high standard. So this is going to be at its max. So if I do that, intuition goes up. Nice. probably should have waited. That's alright. One is better than nothing. Yeah, if the wait until ultimate, and then everything, all the food and pots will go back up. I saw it once too. The first time we reached the final four, which was a couple days ago. We got one gem, and then the other was the Mamite. So yeah. No, dude. We're predicting November. We still have to go through 0.08 first. But we should be getting a live letter. I think mapping out the rest of Dawntrail, I believe. No, the ultimate's is 7.1. Yeah, the garlic went down too. But when people go on breaks, and all the bad undercutters are gone, things will apparently go back up. Hopefully. Oh, that's a dud. No, we're getting ultimate and we're getting alliance in 7.1. But I think the ultimate doesn't come out until a sub patch though. Or that might come out. It's either going to come out during a sub patch or it's going to come out in 7.1 at the beginning. It's been a while, so I probably don't remember. Okay, it is going to be mid. That would make sense. Yeah, pretty much. Because we are going to be remelding. Well, the crafters are going to be remelding, well, the crafted set, if they're going to continue doing it, they're going to upgrade it, and then they're going to have to remeld it, or at least the guaranteed slots have to be remelded. And then for those of you who don't do Savage, we'll upgrade the Tombstone gear, and then they're going to have to remeld that, so hopefully the battle material will go back up. Ooh, Collector's High Standard. Alright, yep, something told me that was going to happen. So now I can either go for the proc or try again. Even if I do get the proc on both, it doesn't really matter. Well, I was hoping for that proc so I can get it guaranteed. I mean, people are going to be using grade 9 for something. I mean, I'm surprised people still use grade 9 for the current set. And hello, Hunter, by the way. Ooh, nice. Collector Standard. And that was a dud. Well, 600 I'll take. Yes, because they reuse, if you look back at the book number 9, Packmaker used the level 90 materials. So in this case, it's going to be level 98 materials again. And then, of course, the tombstone materials. And then the new material that we get. Hoping for a revisit. Alright, so we're going to do the 600 GP rotation, since I'm not going to wait till my 900. Because this node is going to close in about an hour. So I can actually use priming touch. Pray that the 40% works. And it did not. The best yield rotation, 1000 GP, and I think it was just drain the node and then spamming ageless words with solid reason. If you're trying to spirit bond, that is. If you're gathering them, then you would have to use, I believe, the stuffed peppers I think I used. And then I went with Pioneer's Gift 1 and 2. And then I did Nalithal's Tidings, or Nalthicus Tidings if you're doing Botanist. And then I did Blessed Harvest 2, and then I think I did Bountiful Harvest, if I had any GP left over. Let's see, the stuffed peppers gave me... Where is it? Here it is. Stuffed peppers give you 32 GP. But the perception, for at least for me, gave me the extra boon. So you had to be around, I think, 970 or 968 GP before the food. If you wanted 1000. Electro coal is up next. Ooh, okay, so if I do this... I can pray I save, but I don't know. Yeah, I'll just do that. I think that was the better option. Yeah, if you don't care about the perception cap, you can go with the Nasi Goreng. Alright, so let's go ahead and Ethereal Reduct. I got a boner. That's why I call bonuses. Yeah, pretty much. Oh, another boner. And another boner. Back-to-back boners. Well, I'm pretty lucky on this one. Oh, triple boner. And now we're back to the less than thousands. And nothing. Yeah, I'm surprised too. I guess that's the compensation for no CP. Because the jerky is craftsmanship and CP, right? Craftsmanship and control, I believe. Or is it? Oh, here it is. Yeah, because it's sacrificing CP to give you more control. No, 50 sands, not bad. So we get 82. And we're back up to 5720, speaking of that. My retainer should be back by now. We don't run like Crash Bandicoot, do we? I don't think Crash Bandicoot runs like this. It's more like a back and forward motion with his arms than Rod does. No, they're not back yet. The other ones are, though. A Zoisite. Our retainers bring back more crap than good. Oh, sales history. What is the best crafters to max minimize by 7.1? Yeah, Alchemist and Culinarian. Because of the food and pots. So somebody bought one a couple minutes ago. Yeah, I'm gonna split these up because I don't think 2 is gonna really sell fast enough. Alright, 645. $9.83. Alright, triple check to make sure. 645, 983. Drop that by 1. Alright, just pray they got that sells. Well, that, well, for something like the Alcahest, that's going to be like 0.3. So what was in... So, Indicator was the Alcahests. The Pack Maker was the Hainish Fibers. Well, the reason why I need so much guild, because I use that as, I guess, a measuring stick. And also letting people know that I legit know what I'm talking about. So this set has the Death Hand Dissolvent. And if you go back in further, then you had Fibers. So it's like Fibers, then some kind of Dissolvent. Then when they went back to, again, Fibers. And then they went with kind of like an Alcahest. So what's most likely going to happen, if you go back even further, Yeah, they went with some kind of cloth or fiber, then they went with some kind of potion. What was the one in Stormblood, or was that the one I just looked at? That was Stormblood. Oh, that's right, it was green gear. And then they always use some kind of cloth and then a liquid for the last set of crafter gear. So we'll most likely get some kind of fiber or cloth, and then we'll get some kind of liquid in 0.3. So going back, that's the indicator. Going back to the pack maker, we see tombstone materials, the basic crafting material, in this case level, what was it, 88 or 89, whatever it was. And then we have the new solution, and then we have the sands. So the sands, the basic material, and then you craft the tombstone material. And that's what we can predict for the next set of crafting gear. And then of course we get new gatherables for this. So yeah, definitely get the sun gilt for this, for the new material. Then of course you got the solution. And I think they also gave us a new gathering material as well. So yeah, so sands, level 98 materials, the tombstone materials, and make sure you have a crap ton of script hand-ins before the patch drops. And there you go. That's a good question. I want to say beforehand so people are ready. But then you get people who are coming into the game or just getting to cap. Then after will also be good, but I probably would say before is the best bet. That way people have enough time to get ready. So these are going to be back in just a minute. So we're just going to wait for that. And then I got to head over to my retainer, Grand Company, get rid of all this crap. Let's get rid of some stuff here. Vendor that. I'm going to turn those off. There we go. Sell that. Get rid of that. Okay. Gotta make some room here. What the hell I got? The thing on my return, I got that one for me. So, the linen on our server was completely barren. Okay, I put like I could put a good about 5 hits up because we're completely out. I sold 2 out of the 5, and then people started, you know, making and putting them up on themselves. It's like every single time I find something completely barren, people only start selling after I sell them. And they always found that annoying. Okay. Here's all the duck bones I've so far farmed. Yes, it is. Something that I basically sold a lot of to the vendors. So yeah, here's the gill for the gill guide I'm going to be making. 15 mil. I wish most of that was profit, but that was most of the stuff I had to get back. And then this was from the other mount from Orange Scripts. I only sold 2. The only reason why I sold these because there's nothing on the market board. But here's the crystals that I sold back at the 15th. This is like really bad. These should at least be at least 100,000 for 500. But this is how bad the crystal farm dropped. Yeah, I do have a playlist for leveling them up and stuff like that, and basic stuff, like trying to find the animals and stuff like that. Alright, so I think that is going to be it for tonight. My stomach is getting a little hungry, and I know I started around 2:30, so I think about 2.5 hours is pretty good enough to stop. Alright, so guys, if you want to join the Discord, the link is going to be in the description of the videos. If you guys want to support the channel monetarily, I do have YouTube memberships available. The Ko-Fi link is also there, as well as Patreon if you guys want to support there. Otherwise, you could just continue watching the content for free and give me the watch time and get the algorithm going. But if you guys want access to my guild guides a week early, in terms of like my IM list, and you get my guild guides a day early, and you also get your name at the end of my videos through your consent. And yeah, so if you guys want to support there, you can. But my content is always will be free. But all the links are there. I'm gonna have to, like I said, I think I forgot who said, but I gotta fix the link on that. All right, so like I said, the next guild guide is gonna probably be next week. So yeah, as next stream probably, I don't know, probably next week as well, depending on how I feel, how the weather's gonna be. Okay, so again guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.